Yes, welcome to Bikes of Rye. In this video, I'll take you for a walk around, followed by a road ride review of this 2022 Honda NC750X. And at the very end, I'll summarise with you all of my findings. Thanks to Norton Way Honda in Letchworth Garden City for the loan. Links will be in description. The NC series began life in 2012 and was originally designed for commuters. However, since then, Honda have evolved the NC into what they believe to be a complete all-rounder. Whether that is true or not, we're here to find out. By kicking off with a quick detailed walk around, we have a seat height here of 31.5 inches. The bike weighs 224 kilograms as spec'd with DCT. When sat aboard, you find a full LCD display including fuel gauge. The NC750X features throttle by wire, which allows you 4 engine power modes. Stopping the NC750X is this 320mm disc and caliper, which is ABS linked front to rear for added stopping power. Front suspension is 41mm Showa forks, while the rear is this single shock. Powering the bike is this 745cc parallel twin, said to produce 58 horsepower. Worth a mention is the fuel tank is located under the pillion seat and holds 14 litres of fuel. This not only means a lower centre of gravity, but for convenience gives you this large 23 litre storage compartment. Okay, so that's a quick detailed walk around of the NC750X. Let's stick your helmet on and take it for a road ride. Right, first impressions then. I want to start off by saying it is clear to me, at least from the get-go, that this really is designed for comfort. I can understand how or why Honda first produced this to attract those of you who want to commute. Now the thing is, right, Honda have stated that they believe, or they've engineered this now to be an all-rounder. You might think, well, all-rounder, that must mean, well, this bike, you know, I can go out on a Sunday morning blast with my mates to my local cafe, or I can jump on a track day and keep up with elite bikes. No, that's not what Honda are trying to get across. They're trying to target those of you who, yes, you want a bike to ultimately commute, but they want to provide you with a bike that will also tour, and maybe you want to go on the odd sort of adventure on the weekends. Now on this particular model, we have the DCT spec, which is Honda's dual clutch transmission. And for those of you who don't know what that means, what it is I don't have a clutch. The bike is changing gear for me. I just pull the throttle, does all the work for me. It always selects the correct gear. And it gets mixed opinions. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people don't get it. However, I am a lover of the DCT. I think what Honda have done with this transmission is phenomenal. It's so well engineered. It doesn't get on your nerves. It's always in the right gear. And I do think it's fantastic. Yeah, it's a bit of a pricey extra, but I understand why you would potentially want DCT. If you're commuting, makes sense. Makes so much sense. Now rider aids, we have presets. So we've got it in standard mode at the moment, and by the flick of a button I can put it into sport, and then that will adjust how the DCT behaves, that'll adjust the throttle map, that'll adjust what power we're getting. Now the engine, the parallel twin, it's not the most powerful unit we have in a production bike, not the most powerful 750 available. but it's robust, it's rugged, it's solid, built to do the miles. Loads of low down grunt, and the DCT just ensures you're always in the right gear. And you know what, I mean, going through those bends there, you can tell the weight is low in the bike. The petrol tank, the fuel tank that is under the rear seat, that's what you've got to love about Honda. You see, they engineer complete masterpieces. Why would they think, you know what, that commuter bike of ours, we're going to ensure that the centre of gravity is really low. You see, because Honda understand, they want to give you that complete all-rounder. They want that bike to just give you a little bit of a sporty edge to it. Yes, it can do the Monday to Friday work, go around your local city, but yeah, you might be somebody, you know, you're a motorcyclist, right? And so you might only have space for one bike. You might be only able to afford one bike. You might be able to only insure one bike, yeah, maintain one bike. And you think, well, I do have to have a bike to commute, but isn't it great that the Honda NC750X will also give me a little bit of a thrill on the weekend? Okay, we'll do a little performance test here. I'll put it into sports. 3, 2, 1. See, the DCT, because it's so precise, you can just pin it and it just takes off. It's gone. Don't have to worry about any of your gear changes. Gear changes are pretty much instant. Now that I'm in sport mode, the bike seems to be more urgent, the gears are holding on for longer, gear changes are more snappy, the throttle response it's picked up. Wants to just up and go now. You can really get a sense of that low centre of gravity. Seems to just really, it seems to have a lot of stability when it leans in. It seems really settled, really sure of itself. Suspension surprisingly very good. It's adjusting to these conditions really, really well. I can feel it working away underneath me. The suspension is actually better than I expected, considering you cannot adjust them. Oh, it's a cracker. Wow. Suspension is fantastic. The way it is soaking up these bumps. Oh, however, the front brake, as well as it does, oh, for a single disc, you do have to give that caliper a bit of a squeeze. So, okay, look, I mean, it's keeping the cost down, I guess, by just sticking one caliper on it, and I did have my worries. It's okay, but yeah, lacking a little bit performance, which is a shame, because given how great the suspension is, you get a, you know what, I've got confidence to really push the bike with the suspension, but then the brakes are taking some of that confidence away from me. Quick summary then of the Honda NC750X. I want to answer the question, is it the all-rounder Honda reckon it is? For me, the answer is a yes and a no. Let me explain. At heart, this is a practical commuter bike that is very well built, frugal and reliable. And to make this an all-rounder, well, this is a challenge Honda have. Because to make it an exciting adventure bike, Sunday morning blast to the CAF or touring bike, then you'll have to lose some of the important attributes that make it a superb commuter bike. You see, yes, it is spacious and capable of carrying plenty of luggage, but it hasn't got great wind protection or weather protection and lacks tech and power to be a touring bike. Then whilst yes, the suspension is somewhat just impeccable and there is a real emphasis on making it handle really well by keeping the centre of gravity low, it lacks the power and braking performance to exploit its handling capabilities. But then I do think to myself, well, there is fun to be had by ragging the nuts off it, listening to its fruity sounding engine and having some sketchy moments under heavy braking. And then there is no doubt it is somewhat comfortable enough for those longer journeys too. But look, ultimately this bike is built for the commuter. Low cost, cheap to run, excellent MPG, Honda reliability, makes sense. In my opinion, Honda have evolved this commuter bike and made it less boring and a little more playful. Throw a leg over it and it will do a great job at trying to be an all-rounder, all while not being the all-rounder. And at circa 7,500, well, talk about incredible value for money too. Anyhow, if you like this review from me and would like to see more, then check out this suggested video on your screen. And with that said, I hope to see you on another one very soon. Thanks for watching. See you later.